This is my friend. Sitting here cleaning himself now. Last night was a little hectic, wasn't it? Oh, can you focus? My lens is almost always too dirty to focus. Anyhow. Oh, so I found him in the house last night. He flew into the house. This was long after sunset, which is very unusual behavior, right? And he's a young bee. He's not. This is the springtime. This is when the bees, come back into action and start pollinating all the flowers and stuff. And he was just acting really, really. He was acting very erratic, and also very unusual to see him out that late at night. And he as soon as I opened the door, he came inside, and he's been with me ever since here. So I picked him up and set him up here on the table, and you see all these little. These were my notes. This was my packing list, and now it's full of honey because we're just trying to make him comfortable. And I've been observing him to see what's going on. And the best I can tell is it's the frequencies. I'm in this apartment with 24/7, 365, minimum 24 million hertz. And that's why is that only 24 million? Because I dismantled the transmitting, receiving satellite transmitter receivers up here on the wall. Evil thing right there. And I disabled that. Otherwise it just projects, it pulses 7G frequencies up in here. And I know I've been suffering since the day I've come in. Headaches, migraine headaches, 24/7, aches and pains, don't sleep well at night. Look at how he's demonstrating. That's a young bee, and he's like struggling. He shouldn't be struggling like that. He should be young and healthy and full of life, and not having any neurological or physical or whatever problems. Anyhow, so I put him on this piece of paper last night with this honey, and I expected him to be dead in the morning, because I don't know, usually that's the way it goes here between the chemicals and the Wi-Fi. It's just wholesale destruction of these sacred creatures. The bee is, for me, the most sacred insect. The most sacred insect. Get your honey, buddy. So I'm just giving him some honey to keep him comfortable until, whatever time he's got left. But anyway, I thought he would be a goner in this morning, and he was just sitting here on the paper all still. He wasn't moving. He wasn't moving. And then I came over and I did this. See if I can do it. I did like this over the top of him. I'm not touching him necessarily, but he could feel it. They're very subtle. Like even here, he can feel this. Like he can feel my energy. So I just sent him love and everything, and then he just like came back to life. And I'm going to show you one other. Wow, I wish I could show you him. But there was a baby scorpion, and I put him right here. He was about to die, and I put him like because they just sprayed. So I took I took this plant here. Look, I took one of these leaves off of this plant, like this one exactly. It was this one, and I put the scorpion. I don't even know where I'm supposed to look. I put the baby scorpion on this leaf because it's nice and soft and cool, and it would pull some of that fiery chemicals off of him. So I put him here on this leaf, and I stuck him right there where I showed you on that table in the bedroom. And he was near dead when I put him on here. And I did the same thing with my finger. I just stroked over the top of him, and I said, I'm sorry. And I told him how much I love him, and just send good thoughts, like, to remind him, you're beautiful, I love you, you're a noble creature. I'm so sorry the stupid humans are spraying and not this and that and the other, but I just sent him good vibes, right, on this little leaf right here. And when I woke up in the morning, he was gone. And bear in mind, there's nobody inside my house that I'm aware of. Maybe I might have a tarantula, but I can't think of anybody who would eat a scorpion, and especially a scorpion that's been poisoned. So I'm pretty sure he came back from the dead. Just like, let me turn this around. This guy. Yes. I love so much. Hey, buddy. Sacred bee. I can hardly say so. I can hardly give enough props to this insect I love so much. Anyway, like I said, last night he was supposed to be, well, he was displaying signs that he was on his last, moments, like he was having a premature death. And so I don't know. I'll try to take some more videos as we go with different insects and things like that. But this I don't know. It came to me this morning. It just like popped up. About the return of the Christos and all that stuff, and how this Jesus Christ character, because yesterday was the culmination of the Unholy Week. Yesterday was the culmination of the Unholy Week, and this thing they call Easter Sunday, where they talk about this person. Oh, I got an alarm on my phone. Let me turn this off. Where they talk about this person, Jesus, this Jesus character, who was sacrificed for the mistakes of everybody else, or something like that. Something along those lines, I don't know. And then there was a story in the about this guy named Lazarus and how the Jesus Christ character brought him back to life. And then I remember the Jesus character in the Bible saying something like, telling the people, basically stop tripping, I'm not God, I'm not a so-called miracle worker. If you believe these miracles I make, you can make all of this too. All these things I do, you can do, and more. And so that's what came to me this morning was about bringing. Well, in the Bible, it talks about bringing people back to life. But for me, I don't know, people, I say people or persons sometimes when I'm talking about animals and insects, because to me, they're all sacred beings. And I don't necessarily place the human above them in the way that most people think of. Obviously, the human has consciousness. There's definitely a different differentiation, but for the most part, I like when it comes to how I feel about them. I gotta be honest with you. I actually have more fondness, and I relate better to insects and animals and spiders and scorpions and snakes and birds and little kids, innocent kids. That's who I relate to. So, well, I mean, I can relate to anybody, but I'm just saying, like this to me, kind of, like I said, make of it what you want. I'm gonna just share this with you, but that's what I thought about this morning, was this Jesus story in the Bible about how he brought this Lazarus character back to life and stuff like that. Because as soon as I came in here this morning, he was completely still, and I thought he was dead. And so I just went over to give him, one little sort of thing again with my finger. And then as soon as I did that, he started moving again. So I'm going to turn this around and you see, he's right here. Now I'm going to take my finger away. And I'm going to leave you here, buddy, okay? I got to go. I'll be back this afternoon, and I will see you later, okay? Come get your honey. Come get your honey. All right. Love you. Say goodbye. Precious. Precious little bee. I love so much. So basically, sorry for being kind of putting my eyes and my attention on the bee instead of the camera, but I just wanted to share that with you this morning, family, because it came to me that, we have a lot of power, like that Jesus Christ character said in the Bible. He said, all these things I do, you can do, and more. Also just wanted to postscript on a video I did a couple of days ago when they sprayed to kill the bugs. So just saying, family, it's we really have to consider. My buddy just fell off the paper. I mean, come on, get back up there. He just fell down. There you go. It's really something for us to consider, spraying chemicals and saturating the place with the unholy grid of toxic weaponized frequencies. My friend the bee just, where'd he go? think he flew off. See, he's come back from the dead twice. There he goes. He's flying around now. Just something to think about, family. Just something to think about. This Wi-Fi and stuff like this. It's not a good thing. It's not. If it harms the bees, if it harms anybody, but especially the bees, oof, don't do it. Don't do it. So if you want to know more about that, you can look into the other videos I did, the series on the bees, or you could just do some research for yourself and see what would this world be like if we didn't have the bees. So that's it for now, family. Hope this has been a blessing to you, and if it has, it's my honor to share it. And maybe you want to try to bring some bugs back to life, or perform your own little miracles, or whatever you want to do, because it is true. Now is the time. Now is the time for the return of the Christos. Beautiful day, family. Ciao for now. See you in the dream world.